Hi, this is hw4 for ECE 6303. Uh, First of all, I look at the problem 1, which is about draw the fy and draw these two function of y in terms of the function in terms of s. And so the density function is given. So and the relationship between s and y is given. So I think it's easier to draw the density function of y first, because the 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 the, um, the density function of s is given. So look at the relationship between s and y. So uh, from from negative infinity to positive infinity in this direction. And so when s is smaller than 0, so it will be y will be 2. So obviously there's a impulse in the in the in the fy function. In 2, it will the all probability will be accumulated to that point, so there's an impulse. And then from there's also impulse for, and obviously you can see there's two other impulse from these 2 points, so we can find the free impulse. And then there's this relationship is like it's a mapping. It's not impulse. It's kind of continuous in this in some interval. So I can write down this function. Draw this function. There's a free impulse in here, and there's a continuous in here. So for this is the graph which the problem required me to draw it. So I also write down the equation. Actually, this impulse is not necessary, but I just write it down. So because I have constraint in here. So this is the equation. Feel free to pause this video to look at the relationship between s and y, and so I will explain more in here. So for the impulse is accumulative, the all points before it. So I will talk about the y and y equal to 2. So it accumulated all s smaller than 0. For this impulse for s is larger than 2, so it could accumulate to all density function or density larger than 2. So for the 0 impulse is accumulated to the integral between 1 and 0. So it is like that, which is so this part is not difficult. So let's look at the accumulative function. So I find that these two terms can be combined together. There's no very obvious drum in the graph. It's not. So these two terms can be combined together into one. There's more detail in here. So for the impulse, it's just obvious because there's impulse. So it's a constant in the interval. So I can write down this one. And when when y is larger than 2, the cumulative function become 1, as when y is smaller than a negative 1, it will be 0. So for compare these two, I use this equation to find that. So for drawing the cumulative function is like that. This is bad drawing because I think it will be the growth rate. The growth will be more dramatic because it's an integral. So I just draw too large. So and this is a constant, and this is a impulse. So it will be a drum in here and then goes to 1 in here. And that's it for the problem 1.